There are places on this planet so beautiful, they don't look real. From turquoise lakes framed by snow-capped peaks, to ancient cities carved into rose-red cliffs, to islands glowing under golden sunsets, Earth is a masterpiece waiting to be explored. Today, we're taking you across 35 of the most beautiful places on Earth, destinations to ignite your wanderlust and inspire your next adventure. This is True Path Travel, and your journey around the world starts right now. Santorini, Greece. Forged in the fire of a colossal volcanic eruption, this is an island of dramatic beauty. At dusk, the whitewashed villages of Oya and Fira glow amber and violet, a nightly ritual of awe against the deep blue of the Aegean Sea. Best time to visit: spring or fall for pleasant weather and fewer crowds. The island's unique crescent shape is the direct result of one of the largest volcanic events in recorded history. Machu Picchu, Peru. A masterpiece of Incan engineering, floating among clouds at 2,430 meters. Its knife-tight stone joints have endured centuries of quakes, a silent testament to a lost empire's genius. Arrive by the storied Inca Trail for the full transformative experience. Best time to visit: April to October for dry weather. The site was abandoned for centuries and remained unknown to the outside world until its rediscovery in 1911. Bora Bora, French Polynesia. An emerald jewel set in a sapphire lagoon, Bora Bora blurs the line between water and sky. The dormant volcano, Mount Otomanu, presides over a paradise of overwater bungalows and vibrant coral reefs. Come for serenity. Leave with time slowed by tide and light. Best time to visit: May to October for the dry season. There are no public buses on the island. Locals and tourists get around by boat, car, or bicycle. The Grand Canyon, USA. A mile deep and incomprehensibly vast, this is Earth's open history book. For 6 million years, the Colorado River has carved its way down, revealing nearly 2 billion years of geologic chapters in the rock. Perspective here recalibrates your sense of time and humility. Best time to visit: spring or fall to avoid extreme temperatures. Despite its name, it is not the deepest canyon in the world. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The world's largest living structure, visible even from space. It's a kaleidoscope of color and a vital shelter for a quarter of all marine species. Snorkeling here is like entering another dimension. Wondrous yet fragile. Protecting it is part of the journey. Best time to visit: June to October for clear visibility. The reef is composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands. Moraine Lake, Canada. In the heart of Banff National Park, rock flour from glacial melt turns this lake into a glowing turquoise jewel. The color is so vivid, it seems to radiate its own light. Best time to visit: sunrise in summer, when the light first hits the Valley of the 10 Peaks. The iconic view of the lake and peaks was once featured on the Canadian $20 bill. Amalfi Coast, Italy. Here, villages cling to vertical cliffs, a daring and beautiful partnership with the Mediterranean. Hike the path of the gods for divine views, and taste the essence of the land. Sunlit lemons, fresh caught fish, and sea-fresh simplicity. Best time to visit: spring, when the flowers are in full bloom. The entire coastline is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its extraordinary cultural and natural landscape. Quick question: which place so far would you visit first? Comment below and let us know, and stay until the end, because the final destination might just be the most breathtaking of them all. Iceland. The land of fire and ice, where glaciers grind while volcanoes smolder. Walk behind powerful waterfalls, soak in the milky blue geothermal waters of the Blue Lagoon, and stand beneath the dancing ribbons of the Aurora Borealis. Best time to visit: summer for the midnight sun, or winter for the northern lights. Iceland is one of the most volcanically active places on Earth, with an eruption occurring on average every 4 years. Torres del Paine, Chile. Granite horns claw the sky in raw Patagonian grandeur. This is nature at its most untamed. Witness ice carve thunderously into milky lakes on the famous W Trek, a journey through some of the most dramatic mountain scenery on the planet. Best time to visit: December to March for the best trekking weather. The park's name translates to Towers of Blue in the native Tehuelche language. Petra, Jordan. Through the six-shadowed gorge, Petra unveils its theatrical reveal: Al-Khazna, the treasury. But this is just the beginning. A cosmopolitan Nabatean hub carved from solid rose-red rock, its tombs and temples are spread across a vast, rugged landscape. The city is over 2,000 years old, and it's estimated that 85% of it still remains underground and unexcavated. Best time to visit: spring or autumn. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. 16 terraced lakes are intricately linked by waterfalls and travertine dams. Living limestone that grows by centimeters each year. Walk the wooden boardwalks amid misty spray, and watch the water's colors shift from azure to green, with the changing light and minerals. Best time to visit: autumn for spectacular foliage and fewer crowds. The park is home to bears, wolves, and many rare bird species. Kyoto, Japan. In Kyoto, the past breathes. This city was the imperial capital for over 1,000 years, and its elegance endures. Witness the ethereal beauty of cherry blossoms, the golden pavilion reflected in its pond, and the seemingly endless vermilion torii corridors of Fushimi Inari. Slow down, sip mindful tea, and feel timeless grace. Best time to visit: spring for cherry blossoms or autumn for fall colors. Kyoto has over 1,600 Buddhist temples and 400 Shinto shrines. Cinque Terre, Italy. 5 pastel villages cling precariously to a rugged stretch of the Italian Riviera. Hike cliff paths connecting the towns, meet vintners tending to their steep terraces, and taste the place: anchovies, basil pesto, and crisp coastal whites at golden hour. Best time to visit: April to June. Cars are banned from the villages, preserving their old world charm and forcing visitors to travel by train, boat, or foot. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. The world's largest religious monument, a masterpiece of cosmic geometry in stone, designed to represent Mount Meru, the home of the gods. See the jungle reclaim the ruins of Ta Prohm and meet the serene, smiling faces of Bayon Temple. Best time to visit: sunrise, as the temple reflects perfectly in the lotus pond. Angkor Wat is oriented to the west, a direction typically associated with death in Hindu culture, leading scholars to believe it was intended as a funerary temple. Victoria Falls, Zambia and Zimbabwe. Mosi Oatunya, the smoke that thunders. Here, the Zambezi River plummets into a 100-meter chasm, creating a curtain of water so vast it generates its own weather system of constant mist and rainbows. It's neither the highest nor widest waterfall, but its combined dimensions make it the largest single sheet of falling water in the world. Best time to visit: February to May, right after the summer rains. Serengeti, Tanzania. Serengeti, the place where the land runs on forever. This is the stage for one of the planet's greatest spectacles: the Great Migration, a million-strong pilgrimage of wildebeest and zebra. Witness lion prides on the hunt, and float at sunrise in a hot air balloon over the acacia-dotted plains. Best time to visit: during the Great Migration, from June to October. The Serengeti ecosystem is one of the oldest on Earth. Yellowstone, USA. A supervolcanic engine powers this wild landscape, creating kaleidoscopic hot springs, bubbling mud pots, and roaring geysers like the famous Old Faithful. It's a conservation success story where bison, wolves, and bears roam free across a vast, untamed wilderness. Best time to visit: April to May or September to October. Yellowstone contains half of the world's geothermal features. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. Isolation forged extraordinary adaptation, and animals with no instinctive fear of humans. This is a living laboratory of evolution that inspired Charles Darwin. Explore by guided boat and snorkel with sea lions, marine iguanas and penguins, witnessing life in its purest form. Best time to visit: December to June. The islands are home to the only species of penguin found north of the equator. Norwegian fjords. Carved by ancient glaciers, these U-shaped valleys were flooded by the sea, creating deep, tranquil waterways flanked by towering cliffs. Waterfalls paint the vertical canvas, cascading thousands of feet. Be enveloped by the cliffs from the water, then climb dizzying road switchbacks to sweeping lookouts. Best time to visit: summer, for long days and accessible hiking. Geiranger Fjord and Naroi Fjord are listed as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Taj Mahal, India. An emperor's love poem in stone, described as a teardrop on the cheek of time. Its perfect symmetry and Makrana marble exterior seem to change color with the light, shifting from pearly gray at dawn to soft gold at sunset. Arrive at dawn for serenity and study the intricate Pietra Dura inlay craft. Best time to visit: October to March. The 4 minarets surrounding the tomb were built to lean slightly outwards, to protect the main dome if they ever collapsed. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Thousands of limestone pillars, said to be the jewels of a descending dragon, rise from the emerald waters, sculpted over eons by wind and rain. Cruise overnight on a traditional junk boat to witness the shifting moods of the bay, and paddle by kayak into secret lagoons and hidden caves. Best time to visit: March to May or September to November. The name Ha Long means descending dragon. Haleakala, USA. On the island of Maui, this dormant volcano's summit is known as the House of the Sun. Watching the sunrise from above a sea of clouds is a spiritual experience. The journey continues down the winding road to Hana, where you can swim at rainforest waterfalls and explore black sand beaches. Best time to visit: sunrise, any time of year. The crater is large enough to hold the entire island of Manhattan. Seychelles. A mid-ocean archipelago of granitic islands, the ancient bones of the Gondwanan supercontinent, softened by millennia of waves. Hop between pristine coves with talcum powder sand, like ants source d'argent, and meet the gentle giant tortoises that roam these idyllic shores. Best time to visit: April, May, October or November. The Seychelles is home to the legendary coco de mer, the world's largest and heaviest seed. Cappadocia, Turkey. A surreal landscape where volcanic ash tuff has been carved by wind and water into whimsical fairy chimneys. The best way to see it is from a silent flotilla of hot air balloons at sunrise. Below ground, descend into vast subterranean cities. Above ground, sleep in cave hotels carved into the rock. Best time to visit: April to June or September to October. Some of the underground cities could house up to 20,000 people. Milford Sound, New Zealand. Rudyard Kipling called it the 8th wonder of the world. This is a granite cathedral where rain births countless ephemeral waterfalls that cascade down sheer cliffs, feel dwarfed by the scale of Mitre Peak rising from the deep, and glide on inky calm waters alongside dolphins and seals. Best time to visit: year-round, as rain enhances the beauty. Milford Sound is technically a fjord, not a sound. Mount Fuji, Japan. A perfectly poised stratovolcano, an icon of Japan and a spiritual anchor on the horizon. Its near-perfect symmetry has inspired artists and poets for centuries. Climb in season for the spiritual reward of dawn's first light, or simply revere its majestic presence from the shrines and lakesides below. Best time to visit: July and August for climbing. Mount Fuji is an active volcano, though its last eruption was in 1707. Sagrada Familia, Spain. Antoni Gaudi's basilica grows like a living organism, a forest of stone branching like trees toward heaven. Still under construction over a century after it began, it is a testament to faith and visionary architecture. Watch the nave bathe in dawn blues to sunset reds through its magnificent stained glass windows. Best time to visit: late afternoon for the best light. Gaudí is buried in the crypt below his masterpiece, the Dolomites, Italy. Ancient coral reefs uplifted from the seafloor, now forming serrated limestone towers, alpine drama at its finest. At sunrise and sunset, the peaks ignite in a fiery pink glow, known as enrosadera. Clip into historic Via Ferrata iron paths, or float to panoramas in this climber's paradise. Best time to visit: summer for hiking, winter for skiing. The region is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its unique geology. Iguazu Falls, Argentina and Brazil. The name means big water in the native Guarani language, and it is an understatement. A system of 275 individual falls thunders over a cliff nearly 3 kilometers wide. Feel the raw power and vibration at the Devil's Throat, or be baptized by the constant spray from a boat below. Best time to visit: December to February. Former US First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt reportedly exclaimed, "Poor Niagara," upon seeing Iguazu. Zanzibar, Tanzania. On this legendary spice island, the cultures of Africa, Arabia, India, and Europe are interwoven. A history scented with cloves, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Wander the labyrinthine UNESCO lanes of Stonetown, then exhale on powder-white shores lapped by the Indian Ocean. Best time to visit: June to October. Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen, was born in Stonetown, Yosemite Valley, USA. A temple of granite, carved by ancient glaciers. Here, monolithic domes like El Capitan and Half Dome preside over a valley where silver waterfalls sing in the spring. Hike into the fall's mist, wander through serene meadows, and stand humbled by the ancient sequoia giants in Mariposa Grove. Best time to visit: late spring when waterfalls are at their peak. Yosemite was central to the development of the national park idea. Marrakech, Morocco. A city of vibrant chaos and hidden tranquility. It's a living stage where storytellers, snake charmers, drummers, and sizzling food stalls animate the Jemar El Fana Square each night. Meander the souk's colorful maze of spices, lanterns and leather goods, then find peace in the cool tiled courtyards of a hidden riad. Best time to visit: March to May, or September to November. The city's nickname is the Red City, due to its many buildings constructed from red clay. Palawan, Philippines. An archipelago of dreams, where jagged limestone fortresses shelter neon blue lagoons and coral-cloaked World War II wrecks. Hop by traditional outrigger boat to secret coves. Kayak through the otherworldly big and small lagoons in El Nido, and drift with sea turtles over vibrant coral gardens. Best time to visit: the dry season, from November to May. Palawan is often cited as one of the best islands in the world. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. The world's tallest freestanding mountain, and Africa's highest peak. It's a journey from the equator to the Arctic in a single ascent, passing through 5 distinct climate zones. Pace yourself, pole, slowly, slowly, and be rewarded as you greet the dawn from the roof of Africa, Uhuru Peak. Best time to visit: January to March or June to October. The glaciers on Kilimanjaro are shrinking and are predicted to disappear completely in the coming decades. Chefchaouen, Morocco. A town dipped in every shade of azure, nestled in the Rif Mountains. Wandering its narrow, winding streets becomes a meditation in blue. The color was introduced by Jewish refugees in the 1930s, believing it to symbolize the sky and heaven. Sip mint tea in a quiet square, and watch the golden light of sunset warm the cool tones of the city. Best time to visit: spring. The city is a notable producer of hashish. Venice, Italy. A city built on water. A floating masterpiece where canals replace streets and gondolas glide past centuries of history. Get lost in its maze of alleyways, discover hidden squares, and marvel at the grandeur of St. Mark's Basilica. The city is sinking at a rate of 1-2 millimeters per year. Best time to visit: April to June to avoid the peak summer crowds and heat. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. The world's largest salt flat, a vast expanse of white that feels like another planet. In the dry season, it's a blinding desert of salt hexagons. But in the rainy season, a thin layer of water creates the world's largest natural mirror, blurring the line between heaven and earth. It's an illusion you can walk on. Best time to visit: December to April for the mirror effect. The Salar contains over half of the world's lithium reserves. From the highest peaks to the deepest canyons, from cities built by genius to islands forged by fire, each place is a living story, a chapter in the grand narrative of our world. Let curiosity be your compass, and wonder be your guide. As the saying goes, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. Our world is filled with wonders, from the cliffs of Yosemite Valley to the dreamy sunsets of Santorini, from the ancient mystery of Petra to the crystal waters of Moraine Lake. These places remind us just how extraordinary our planet truly is. And the most beautiful part? There's still so much more to discover. If this video inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Here on True Path Travel, we explore the most stunning destinations across the globe, bringing the world to your screen. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and we'll see you in the next journey.